Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 and it is that time again. It is time for a Blu-ray / DVD update. Alrighty, yeah. So this is going to be part 1 and it is going to be the Blu-rays. And first off, I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. This is October 31st, Friday. So yeah, no better day than to do the update than Halloween, right? First off, I'm starting out with some Mill Street Brewery Pumpkin Ale. Yeah, taste mighty fine, man. Real delicious. Yeah, some tasty stuff right there. Alrighty, so let's get into the update. Alright, like I said before, I think at last update I said it was like my biggest Blu-ray update ever. I think this one actually is my biggest one. Like 36, 37 Blu-rays in here or something. Alright, so first up from 88 Films. This is the very first release from their brand new line, the Slasher Classics collection. And that is Graduation Day. Comes in these real sexy red cases. Fuck, you gotta love that, man. It's actually kind of the reason why I went with this over the Vinegar Syndrome release. Not entirely though, because I do want to collect all of these slasher collections. I think they announced like 6 of them so far. So, but yeah, watch this. PQ is fantastic on it. Looks great. The thing that surprised me about this release is that it's actually in a thin case, unlike all the other 88 films. And most UK Blu-rays actually are in thicker cases, but it's in a thin style one. So that was interesting. But yeah, glad to own this. Really cool stuff. Next up here from 88 Films is the Toxic Avenger. And of course it comes in the green case and it's, you know, thick. The reason why I went with this one over the Troma release is because it actually comes with the alternate Japanese cut that's on here. So I wanted to check that out. Plus it has way more special features and stuff and reversible cover arts. It's just got more to offer. Plus I really dig into 88 Films and what they're doing and what they're putting out and whatnot. So, but yeah, Toxic Avenger, what can I say? PQ is awesome. Yeah, finally in like a widescreen. Oh, it looks great. So yeah, gotta love it. Another release from the UK here, which is really surprising that Canada doesn't have a release of this, considering it is a Canadian film. But the UK always seems to get releases before us. This came out on DVD and Blu-ray just recently, and that is of Wolf Cop. This one was all shot in Saskatchewan. Pretty interesting film, I have to say. I mean, the cover art just fantastic, if you can see that. But yeah, it's got a pretty cool premise behind the whole story with the werewolf and what they're doing with it and stuff. And a really funny-ass scene with a fucking werewolf penis. I laughed so hard at that scene. But yeah, overall, very enjoyable. Not, like, amazing, but it was really enjoyable. I think a lot of people will dig this, so of course in the thick case. Next up here is actually one I picked up today. I had to go grab a new card for my camera. My other one was fucked up. I actually shot this entire update, 30 minutes of it. Went to go put it in my computer, nothing there, didn't even record. My card was all fucked up. So hopefully this is recording right now. Yeah, so I had to go to Future Shop, grab a new card, and I grabbed this. The Machinist, it was cheap, and I just didn't have a copy of it. I enjoyed this film. I think it's an interesting performance by Christian Bale, I gotta say. But yeah, The Machinist, it was dirt fucking cheap, so. Another really interestingly cheap pickup that I grabbed is, it's not a horror film. It's a sci-fi type fantasy film from the early 80s. This is like a slice of 80s heaven right here, and that's Krull. Got a real young Liam Neeson in the film. Really cool stuff, though. I love this movie. Really cool stuff. It all takes place on the planet Krull. Holy fuck, I can't talk right now. Yeah, really enjoyable stuff. Really cool stuff. Gotta get his princess back. Next up is a film from Cult of Epics that I never thought in a million years I'd ever see a Blu-ray release, but nothing really surprises me anymore. I really hope they pick up the sequel to this and release that one also. Originally limited to 2,000, they upped it to 10,000, so it's not really technically that limited. And that is Necromantic. Awesome stuff, man. I really was blown away by this. It looks great for, you know, how it was shot. I think it was originally shot in 8mm. And stuff. So they did a good job with this transfer, in my opinion. Sounds pretty good. Got lots of special features. Cult Epic did a really good job with this release, so can't go wrong with this. Definitely grab Necromantic while you can. I believe it's still widely available. I think there's lots of copies left, so grab it while you can before it goes out of print. Like all the other editions of Necromantic, and then go for stupid prices. Next up is the most fucking, probably the most retarded film in this update. and that is the sequel to Sharknado, Sharknado 2. Of course, this one takes place in New York. Ian Ziering and Tara Reid, they're on their fucking way over to New York to do a book signing from the events of the first one. And a Sharknado happens. It's absolutely ridiculous. The opening scene in this film totally feels like it should be a dream, but it's actually happening. That's how ridiculous this is. It's so bad. There's some really stupid parts in this. But overall, I had me laughing through the whole thing, and it was super entertaining. I'm sure they'll put out like 19 of these, though. So, yes, David, another shark film in my collection. It was fun. Stupid film. Next up here is from Code Red, and it finally got my hands on a copy of this. I missed out on the original DVD. The prices were always so stupid, and that is of Nightmare. Yeah, the PQ is okay. It's pretty much what you're going to get from Code Red. It's nothing special, but the point is I wanted this for the movie itself. This was cheaper than getting the DVD. Still really expensive. Still like 27 bucks or whatever for the Blu-ray, but, you know, it was definitely worth it. Another video nasty to knock off my list. It's got actually quite a few special features on here. I was quite surprised by that. And, you know, the transfer's not overly that bad, but it's not that great either. It's pretty dull. It's got scratches and stuff. It's typical Code Red. They're shitty Blu-ray transfers. Fucking horrible company. But yeah, glad to have Nightmare. Absolutely love that movie. I love Nightmare. It's got great gore in it. It's just a classic film. Not a classic film, but, you know, one of those awesome 81 films. Which I never had a copy of it when I did my 1981 series last year, so. Next up, now a lot of people are going to be screaming at me for showing this off because this is a company that I always say fuck to. Fuck you. I'm not a big fan of this company because of what they do. They limited everything that they put out. It sells out in like record-breaking times and shit, but I couldn't pass this release up because of the film it was, and that is the Blob remake. I mean, just to have, you know, Kevin Dillon's mullet plumage in high def is worth the price. No, nothing's worth the price. Twilight Time's completely overpriced bullshit. 34 bucks for this. Complete shit. I will say the transfer is pretty good, but there's really no special features on this. It's kind of bare bones. It does come with a pretty decent booklet and stuff, but the price of admission for this, fucking ridiculous. Oh, Twilight Times is awful. I don't know how they can justify these prices. I understand it's limited, that's why they can charge more, but give me a break. I'm still saying fuck Twilight Times, and unless they put out something that I really need to get on Blu-ray. It's like one of my favorite films. I won't be buying anything else from them. Alright, from the Taha Godzilla collection, we've got the Rebirth of Mothra 1, 2, and 3. This is on 2 discs. I actually haven't checked this out yet, for some odd reason. I've been meaning to. I'm not really a huge Mothra fan, but I really do collect these Tahoe Blu-rays and stuff and everything that they put out, but I'll eventually get around to those movies. Also picked up the Godzilla 2000 release. I've yet to open this one. I picked this, I upgraded my DVD because this one has both versions. It has the US and the Japanese cut on it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, so love me some Godzilla. Next up here, release from Severin Films, and it's the Blu-ray release of Hardware. Now, I told people on the Facebook page that Diabolic has this for like $5.99 on Blu-ray. It's crazy. It's cheaper than the DVD, so why not grab it? This is an upgrade for me. I do have the DVD, but I couldn't pass it up for $5.99. PQ is awesome too. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot. I don't know why. I have a couple other Severin Blu-rays. I don't think they're the greatest transfers, but this one was really, really good. Really awesome PQ, just kind of blew me away. I love that when you pop in a Blu-ray and it just turns out to be so much better than you expected. Really great stuff, uncut. Love this movie. I love the setting of this apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic world, man. It's great. They have like a little more amenities than usual and stuff. It's pretty cool. Next up here from Raro Video. These are actually my very first 2 Raro Video Blu-rays I've ever bought, oddly enough. And first one here is The Night of the Devils by Giorgio Ferroni. Fucking awesome name. I love this because the slipcover actually is different than the front cover art. That's pretty cool. I've yet to watch either one of these. I just got them in the mail yesterday, so I'll be checking these out soon and probably picking up a few more rare releases. I want to pick up that Slaughter Hotel and whatnot, but this looks pretty awesome. Good Italian stuff right there. And this one was a little disappointing because it didn't come with the slipcover, so I was like, god damn it. But I couldn't pass up the price. These were both like 14 bucks brand new. I think Raro Blu-rays go for a little more usually. I don't know. But Murder Obsession by Ricardo Freda. I don't know. Heard pretty mixed things about this one, but I've always wanted to check out this film. I believe this is another film from 1981 that I did not have in my series, but yeah, from 81, Murder Obsession. Pretty cool stuff. Next up here is from Criterion. Now I had to hit up that flash sale that Criterion was having, 50% off 24-hour sale. First up here, I grabbed, in my opinion, it's a perfect film. It's absolutely amazing. It even looks great, of course, by Criterion, by the infamous and amazing Ingmar Bergman. The Seventh Seal. This is an amazing film. I always consider this movie to be a horror film because, you know, it's dude playing chess with death and stuff. The premise I love. I love this whole film. It's just got an amazing atmosphere. It's just beautifully shot. Everything about this one's amazing. And, you know, this is actually one of the early Criterion spines, number 11. But I'm really happy to finally own a copy of The Seventh Seal. I don't know why I never had this before, but because I think it's brilliant. And then, of course, this is why I actually made my order. Well, actually, this was the reason. Both of these. I only picked up two, but of course, David Lynch's Eraserhead. Just a fantastic release by Criterion. Tons of special features. It looks amazing on Blu-ray. It's got this awesome booklet that it comes with. Oh, it'll fall off there. Like, this booklet is nice and thick. It's just, oh yeah, it's tons of information. Just looks fantastic. You can't go wrong with Criterion, man. Criterion is just they're the fucking best, man. They really are. But yeah, great edition, Eraserhead. Gotta pick it up, especially if you're a Criterion fan. Alright, next up, the next few here are Universal Monster Blu-rays. Now, I had the Creature from Black Lagoon and the Invisible Man on Blu-ray, and I've never grabbed the other ones because they just kept going up and up in price, and now these dropped to like under 10 bucks a Blu-ray, so had to grab them all, and that's the original Frankenstein on Blu-ray. This looks fantastic on Blu-ray, man. Really, really great job. I was just so surprised at how well this looked. So, Frankenstein. Then we got the original Dracula, of course. This comes with both versions, the Spanish and the English version. Bela Lugosi. Really, really amazing stuff, man. It looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Looks really, really great. Then we got The Bride of Frankenstein. Of course, Boris Karloff. This is another one that looks really great on Blu-ray. Now, I wanted to grab all these original ones because I like the cover arts a lot better than the reissued ones. I did pick up the Universal complete box set, which is just ridiculous too, but I had to have these ones on Blu-ray because the only ones that are on Blu-ray. Then we got the Phantom of the Opera. Now, this is probably my least favorite one, Universal film. I haven't actually popped in this Blu-ray, but I heard it still looks really good, but compared to the other ones, it's not like the best transfer. But yeah, Phantom of the Opera. I do want to check this out again. It's been so long since I've seen this film, but I always did really like that cover art. It's pretty cool. So, and then we got The Mummy with Boris Karloff. This movie looks so great on Blu-ray. Just so fucking great, man. Love this movie. Love the sequels, too. I like the whole Mummy franchise, man. It's fantastic. Except for the newer, shitty ones, but can't even fucking stand those movies. Yeah, this is a great film. Great fucking movie. Awesome cover art. Finally, for the Universal Monster Blu-rays, we've got the classic Wolfman. Had to grab this because, like I said, it was dirt cheap. This looks amazing on Blu-ray. It makes the transformation look hilarious, actually, in this movie, but I still love it. It's still my favorite. It's in my top 10 favorite werewolf films of all time. I think it's like number 3 or something. I love this movie. Great stuff. Can't go wrong. Got one here from Vinegar Syndrome. It's a film that I've never seen. I popped this in for about 10 minutes, and then I had to go do something. I never went back to it. It's limited to 1,000. I got number 567, and it just sounds like a really bizarre film. It's kind of got elements from a whole pile of different genres in it, and that is Runaway Nightmare, of course, from Vinegar Syndrome. This one was pretty pricey on Diabolic, but I wanted to grab it because, you know, I kept putting it off for months and months and months, and I still had copies, and I was like, fuck, okay, I finally got to grab this thing before it goes out of print, because, like I said, it's limited, so I had to grab it, but yeah. Runaway Nightmare, still need to see that one. And then I hit up that Arrow sale a few weeks back. They had a flash 50% off sale. And I've been really in the mood for Brian De Palma films lately. And I've been actually grabbing pretty much all of his films on Blu-ray. But these ones I really wanted to grab, so my entire Arrow order was just Brian De Palma films. First up, I picked up The Fury. This is an interesting film. I think it's actually really cool. This is one that you definitely got to check out and kind of judge for yourself. It's an interesting one. Brian De Palma's he's a quirky director, in my opinion. He does so many different types of genres and stuff, but very cool stuff by Arrow, The Fury. Then I grabbed the classic, in my opinion, almost perfect film, Sisters. This one is great. This is such a fucking amazing film. Really, really interesting stuff. Yeah, and the weird thing is, some of these Arrow Blu-rays nowadays are like, they're supposed to be all region B locked, but some of them are like all region too. It's weird. You can pop them in and they'll just play normally. It's really odd. But yeah, this one's region B locked too. But Sisters, fantastic fucking movie. I would highly recommend this. I think that the Criterion DVD is still in print. I think you still get it, but this is probably the way to go. It looks great on Blu-ray. Lots of special features. You can't go wrong with this. Amazing film. Really good stuff. Of course, he's come with reversible cover arts too. And this one right here is another De Palma film called Obsession, and for some odd reason, this one's all region. It's really weird. But yeah, come with the alternate cover arts. This one's got I believe this is the original name for it, Fascination, which is pretty cool right there. Yeah, I've actually not watched this one yet, so still need to check this one out. Obsession. So that was my Brian De Palma Arrow order that I did right there. So I pretty much have all of his films on Blu-ray. I'm really hoping that they release Raising Cain on Blu-ray someday. So I think that would be pretty damn fucking cool. But yeah, the beer's good. Next up here, we've got a film that I grabbed because it was super cheap. It was at Future Shop. Not really. Well, I'm kind of a sucker for new age zombie films too. I don't know. There's so many of them. I always say that there's too many of them, but this one right here is called Disaster LA. Now, I'd heard pretty mixed things. Well, actually, I only heard a couple people talk about this one. But my opinion on the film is that it starts out pretty good. I love the premise with the meteor hitting LA and infecting people and killing them off, actually, and then they come back as zombies and shit like that. But it kind of tanks in the second half of the film, in my opinion. It just kind of goes really nowhere. It's kind of, I don't know. It's got some problems. It is very low budget, but the thing is that the zombies look great in this film. They actually look pretty damn cool. So I give them props for that. Disaster LA, definitely worth the look. It was worth the little few bucks I paid for it. All right, next up, these next few are from Scorpion, one of my favorite labels out there. Picked up Killer Fish with Lee Majors and Karen Black. This is an interesting film. It's like a heist film. This group of assailants here, they rob this place. They throw the jewels and stuff that they stole in this lake, but it's got like these killer fish in it and stuff like that. So they have to go and retrieve it, and they start getting picked off. And it's a pretty interesting film. It's kind of got slower parts. It's not really what I was expecting, but I have to rewatch this one. I did like it, but I'm gonna rewatch it knowing what I'm getting myself into now, and go from there. But I enjoyed it. Killer Fish. Next up is a Oliver Stone film. In fact, this is actually his first full-length film from 1973. Really, really interestingly odd film called Seizure. It's about this dude that's having these crazy nightmares, and then all of a sudden they come real, or do they? All of a sudden you got this executioner, the Queen of Evil, and the dwarf on the cover here. They show up at this guy's house, kind of take everyone hostage, and start doing crazy shit, and like all this weird fucking shit starts happening. It's a really interestingly odd film. I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was. I actually want to revisit this one. I want to watch it again because I know I was missing something in this, but yeah, I got to check this one out again. I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was great. Almost dropped that. The dwarf in this film is actually the dwarf from the James Bond Man with the Golden Gun. I believe he's in that film. But yeah, very interestingly weird film. Next up here is Flava the Heretic. We've got some nunsploitation here. I grabbed this one because I just kept putting it off, and then I heard that it went out of print, so I snagged it up that exact day. I got it for 14 bucks. I was like, "Fake, that's good enough for me." Don't know why it went out of print. Maybe they just lost the rights to it, but if you collect Scorpion stuff, definitely grab this one while you can, while it's still cheap. So, out of print. But yeah, very cool nunsploitations. It is what it is, right? I enjoyed it. It's good fun. And last up here is one I just got in the mail. I have not had a chance to check it out. It's filmed by Mario Bava. I've never seen, which I'm so excited. Planet of the Vampires. This is like a sci-fi, futuristic type deal. It looks cheesy as fuck, but I can't wait to check this out. Because like I said, it's a Mario Bava film I've never seen. I'm so stoked for it. But yeah, Mario Bava. Next up from Screen Factory here is a film I highly, highly recommend. And that is from 2013, The Battery. So stoked that Screen Factory put this out because this is a fantastic film. We did an entire review on the podcast about this one. And if you want to know my full thoughts on it, go check that out. But I couldn't recommend this one enough. It's just brilliant. It's really brilliant. Everything about this, in my opinion, is awesome. But yeah, almost a modern day classic in my opinion. So The Battery, definitely check it out. Fantastic film. Next up here is the Vincent Price Collection Volume 2. Now, I remember when this first got announced, people were kind of tripping balls about the films that were, you know, in this. Now, it contains The Raven, The Comedy of Terrors, The Tomb of Legia, The Last Man on Earth, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, The Return of the Fly, and House on Haunted Hill. Now, I have no problem with any of that. Like, I mean, I don't see the point in bitching about that at all. I've watched House on Haunted Hill, The Comedy of Terrors, and The Raven. They all look fantastic. I've yet to watch Dr. Phibes Rises Again, Return of the Fly. I want to watch The Fly again. I'll dig into that one after. But I've never actually seen The Tomb of Legia before. For some weird reason, I've never seen that Vincent Price film, and I've seen pretty much everything he's done. But yeah, I've never seen that one. So, but I really enjoyed the set. I think the films are fantastic, and I really hope that they do a third volume for this, man, because, yeah, I don't know. I think that they probably have a lot more films at their disposal right now, so we'll see. But yeah, Volume 2, Vincent Price, can't go wrong. Next up here, next couple films are not horror films, but had to grab them super cheap. The Dark Knight Rises, the lenticular cover, slip cover. Still surprised to see this around with a slip cover, but yeah, I have never seen this movie. I really enjoyed the first two Christopher Nolan Batman films, so I gotta check out this one sooner than later. I don't know. I'll check it out sometime. And I grabbed this one on Blu-ray because, oddly enough, I have the other two on Blu-ray. I don't know why, because I don't buy movies like this on Blu-ray. I don't know how I ended up with the other two, but that is The Hangover 3. I thought this was actually pretty good. I know a lot of people shit on this one. It's more of a kind of like an action-type comedy. It's really odd. But John Goodman, in my opinion, steals the fucking show in this movie. He's so good. He's just so good. Some really ridiculous moments in this. Some pretty funny parts. Zach Galifianakis, he's pretty funny in the film. The story is just over the fucking top. It's ridiculous. But it had its moments. It was okay. Alright. Now, I don't buy too many digibooks, like, at all. This one I had to snag up. I was originally going to grab them individually. But I was like, you know what? I really like the look of this digibook. It's awesome. It's got a really nice, you know, inserts and stuff like that. And that's Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Yeah, this was just amazing PQ on both films. Such an upgrade from the other Blu-ray. I got to get rid of that Blu-ray, but the 4K transfer on these are fantastic. The first one looks great. The second one looks even better, in my opinion. The second one's so funny to watch. The scene where they're jumping into the ooze underneath the city is so fucking funny. The effects are so bad, but it adds so much charm to it. It's just, oh, I love it. It's great. Ghostbusters 2, a lot of people shit on it. I think it's fun as hell, but this is a really nice digibook, I have to say. You know, like I said, I don't really buy a lot of these, but yeah, glad I picked up that one anyways. So, and last up for this Blu-ray update is the 40th anniversary collector's edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, this is an interesting release because it's in a DVD size case, which is so odd. I don't really have a problem with it. I know some people are kind of tripping balls on it and stuff, but yeah. And I know people are kind of tripping about the not original artwork and stuff, but I think it's cool, man, because, you know, it's just another edition. I think if I had 30 editions with the original cover art, it wouldn't be as cool as having different cover art. That's just my opinion. I like the window box. I think it's pretty damn cool. It has all the special features from the other ones. the 4K transfer, it does look a little better than the other Blu-ray transfer, which I have also. I kind of compared them. It does look a little better. But the other Blu-ray transfer is pretty fucking good also. Tons of special features, can't go wrong. So, TCM, another edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just what I needed, right? Of course. So yeah, that's going to do it for this first part of this update. This is the Blu-rays, of course. I think that was like 36 or 37. Stupid amount. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with my life anymore. All I'm doing now is just buying Blu-rays. I do watch a lot of films, though, but I don't know. But I've been having so many issues with getting films lately from Amazon. I unfortunately had to cancel my Nightbreed Director's Cut Special Edition 2 set or whatever. When I ordered it, it was a pre-order. It comes out, then it says currently unavailable, so I contacted them, and they told me that I'd ordered it when it wasn't even available, which was a total lie, because it was a pre-order. It said pre-order. I recently had to cancel Scream Factory's The Squirm and The Squad, because those became unavailable somehow through Amazon.ca. Pre-order, so I canceled those. My To All a Good Night Blu-ray hasn't shipped yet. It's shipping in like 1 to 3 months. Necrophile Passion I ordered. I had to cancel that order because it was currently unavailable too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've been pre-ordering all this stuff through Amazon, and the day it comes out, it's just like shipping in 3 months, or currently unavailable, or temporary out of stock. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these are fucking pre-orders. It's like, reserving a table at a restaurant, man. Like, you don't have that shit for me? Go fuck yourself. Like, I'm getting really pissy. Now, I shouldn't really complain too much. I mean, I do have a lot of stuff here, and I am blessed because, I mean, honestly, a lot of people can't buy a lot of this stuff, but they are really pissing me off. I don't understand how this whole year I've been really good with pre-orders. I've been getting things, and I just, as of late, it's been so bad. And the battery really fucked me over too, because I didn't get that for about 2 or 3 weeks after we were supposed to originally do it on the show a few weeks back, and we had to do it later because I never got a copy. It wasn't streaming anywhere in Canada. It was fucked up, man. So I was having real issues. So I basically reordered Squirm, The Squad, and a bunch of other things from Amazon.com, which is like already shipped. So I don't know what the hell's up with CA, man. We just can't get shit. It seems like it's Scream Factory. Like, some of these labels, like Unearthed, Scream Factory, Scorpion, those labels, man, nothing ever seems to ship right away. So I don't know if it's the distributors that are just not getting the copies, but I don't know how you can have a pre-order and then shit just fucking does. It's currently unavailable. Like, what the fuck, right? So I don't fucking know, man. I'm really pissy. But that's enough rambling at the end of this video. I'm sure not too many people are even watching anymore because this video is like 28 minutes long or something like that. As usual, at least I fit it into one video. Unlike, well, I'll probably edit together the DVDs. I got a shitload of DVDs, like 80-something at least. So anyways, guys, I will hopefully see you guys in part 2. Until then, I will talk to you later. Peace out.